opening with energy and connection. Hey, church, today I want to talk to you about something that touches every single one of us: relationships. Whether it's family, friends, or your community, the secret to stronger relationships isn't a mystery locked away in some faraway place. No, it's right here, right now, in the choices you make every day. Foundation of trust. Relationships thrive on trust. It's the bedrock that holds everything together. Listen to me, trust is everything when it comes to relationships. Without trust, everything falls apart. Think about it like this. Trust is the soil from which all healthy relationships grow. You can't plant a seed in rocky ground and expect it to flourish. Trust is the soil, the very foundation, the anchor that holds you steady when the storms of life hit. If trust is missing, no amount of good communication or shared moments can keep the connection alive. People need to know they can rely on you. They need to feel safe, and safety comes from trust. You want stronger relationships. Then start by becoming trustworthy. That means what you say, you mean. When you make a promise, you keep it. No excuses, no dodging, no disappearing acts. You show up, you're consistent, because nothing tears down trust faster than inconsistency, saying one thing and doing another. It's like a crack in the foundation. If it's ignored, the whole structure is at risk of collapsing. Demands when your RNA transparence, the HIDING ruid orisi of skiraus you, awing, or your ENGNGESins. People sense when you're holding back or being guarded, and it breeds suspicion, doubt, and distance. But when you open up, not just sharing the highlight reel, but the struggles, the doubts, the real stuff, you invite others in. You say, I'm here, flaws and all. I'm not perfect, but I'm committed to this relationship. That kind of honesty builds trust because it shows you're real, you're present, and you're invested. And here's the real deal. Trust takes time. It doesn't spring up overnight. It grows through 1,000 small moments where you choose faithfulness over convenience, honesty over avoidance, presence over distraction. Every time you choose to be dependable, every time you choose to be real, you're watering that trust, making it stronger and deeper. And when trust is strong, relationships can weather anything: conflict, disappointment, distance, because trust creates a safety net to catch us when we fall. So, stop looking for shortcuts. Stop hoping for quick fixes. Strong relationships demand trust, the kind of trust you build by being consistent, transparent, and faithful every single day. Make that choice now. Be the person others can lean on. Be the soil where love can take root and grow strong. This is the beginning, the true beginning of stronger relationships. Intentional communication. Speak with purpose and listen with empathy. Communication is more than words, it's connection. Let me tell you something powerful. Communication is the lifeblood of every relationship. But not just any communication. I'm talking about intentional communication. So many people think communication is just about talking, but it's way more than that. It's about connection. It's about making a deliberate choice every time you open your mouth or listen with your heart. If you want to build stronger relationships, you have to start communicating with purpose. Too often, we speak without thinking, and we listen with only half our attention. We talk to be heard, not to understand. But hear me out. Real communication is a two-way street. It's not just about getting your point across. It's about receiving someone else's truth with open arms. When you learn to listen deeply, without interrupting or planning your next reply, you show respect. You say, I value you, your thoughts and feelings matter to me. That kind of listening changes everything. It breaks down walls and builds bridges. Now, I want you to think about how you speak. Are your words full of grace, encouragement, and clarity? Or do they come out sharp, rushed, or careless? Words have power. They can wound or they can heal. Every word you say can either pull someone closer or push them away. So choose your words wisely. Speak with intention. Don't just fill the silence. Speak to build up, to inspire, to clarify, to encourage. Speak in a way that invites trust and connection, not fear or confusion. And don't forget non-verbal communication. Your tone, your facial expressions, your body language, they all speak louder than words sometimes. You can say, "I'm listening," with your eyes and your posture, long before you say a single word. Be present, fully present. Don't let your phone, your distractions, or your busy mind steal that moment of connection. When people feel truly seen and heard, they open up. That's where relationships deepen. Intentional communication means being deliberate about how, when, and why you communicate. It means asking yourself before you speak, is this helpful? Is this kind? Is this true? And it means choosing to listen even when it's hard, even when you disagree, even when you want to be right. That's how trust grows. That's how walls come down. That's how relationships become stronger and more alive. So start today. Speak with intention. Listen with your whole heart. And watch your relationships transform. Vulnerability as strength. True strength in relationships comes from the courage to be vulnerable and authentic. Let me remind you of something that many miss. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is the very essence of true strength. I know it's scary to open up, to show the parts of yourself that are messy, uncertain, or hurt. But listen closely. When you guard your heart and hide behind walls, you build a prison, not a relationship. The real power lies in the courage to be seen as you are, flaws, fears, and all. Vulnerability invites connection. It breaks down the barriers that keep people at arm's length. It says, "Here I am, real and raw. I trust you enough to be authentic." That, my friend, is revolutionary. You might be thinking, but what if they judge me? What if they reject me? Those fears can paralyze you, but here's the truth. The greatest relationships aren't built on perfection or pretending. They are built on the honest, sometimes messy reality of two imperfect people choosing to show up for each other. When you dare to be vulnerable, you give others permission to do the same. It's like a spark that lights a fire of deep connection and mutual trust. Vulnerability means sharing your struggles, your doubts, your needs, not as a way to burden others, but as a way to invite healing and support. It means saying, "I don't have it all together," and letting someone walk with you through the storm instead of pretending you're fine alone. That is where relationships grow strong, in the soil of authenticity and trust. Remember, vulnerability requires strength because it means risking rejection or disappointment. It's choosing courage over comfort. It's stepping out of your comfort zone and saying, "I am enough even when I'm not perfect." That kind of bravery builds resilience in relationships because it creates a space where both people can be seen and loved for who they truly are. So stop hiding behind masks or trying to be someone you're not. Stop thinking vulnerability makes you less. It makes you more relatable, more human, more connected. When you dare to be vulnerable, you are planting seeds for relationships that are not just surface level, but deep, meaningful, and lasting. That's the secret to connection that withstands anything life throws at it. Grace in imperfection. Embrace flaws and mistakes, because growth happens in the middle of imperfection. Listen closely, because this is one of the greatest truths you need to grasp. No one is perfect. And if you wait for perfect people, perfect moments, or perfect circumstances to build your relationships, you'll be waiting forever. We live in a world that often demands perfection, but relationships, they thrive in imperfection. That's where the real growth happens, right in the middle of the mess, the mistakes, the misunderstandings. You have to embrace grace, not just for others, but for yourself as well. Grace means giving room to breathe when things don't go as planned. It means choosing to extend kindness when someone stumbles instead of condemning them. It's the willingness to forgive when offenses come, because they will. The truth is, people will disappoint you sometimes. They'll say the wrong thing, forget an important date, or mess up in ways that hurt. But your response to that is what determines whether the relationship grows stronger or crumbles. When you lean into grace, you're not ignoring the hurt or pretending everything's fine. You're choosing to believe in the possibility of restoration and growth. You're saying, I see your flaws, but I'm not giving up on you. That attitude invites healing and invites people to bring their best selves forward without fear of rejection. It's a radical act of love that says you are valuable even when you're not perfect. And don't forget about giving yourself grace. We can be our own harshest critics, expecting ourselves to always get it right. But the moment you stop beating yourself up over mistakes, you free yourself to grow and to love others more freely. When you accept your own imperfection, it becomes easier to accept the imperfections of those around you. Relationships are not about being flawless. They are about being faithful. They are about showing up again and again, even when things are hard. So, stop chasing an illusion of perfection and start embracing the messy, beautiful, imperfect reality of life and love. That's where the deepest connections form, where real transformation happens, and where stronger relationships are born. Consistent investment. Relationships need time, effort, and intentional acts of love every day. Let me be real with you. Relationships don't survive on wishes or hopes. They thrive on consistent investment. Think about a garden. If you plant seeds and walk away, expecting flowers to bloom without water or care, you'll be disappointed. The same is true for your relationships. They need your time, your attention, your energy every single day. You have to show up, not just when it's easy or convenient, but especially when it's hard. That's where the real growth happens. You might be tempted to say, I'm too busy, or I'll do it later. But let me challenge you, if your relationships are truly important, they deserve your priority. Small acts of kindness, little moments of connection, genuine words of encouragement, these are not insignificant. They are the lifeblood of trust, love, and intimacy. The cumulative effect of consistent care builds a foundation that can withstand storms. Consistency also means being present emotionally. It's not enough to just be physically there. You have to be engaged, invested, and attentive. Listen when someone talks. Remember what they say. Celebrate their victories and comfort them in their struggles. These are the small investments that show people they matter to you. They create a safe space where vulnerability can grow and relationships can deepen. And don't underestimate the power of routine. Whether it's a weekly phone call, a daily text, or a monthly dinner, those predictable moments become anchors in the relationship. They say, no matter what, I'm here. You're not alone. It's in those moments that relationships find their rhythm and their strength. The reality is, love is not just a feeling, it's a choice and an action. It requires effort, it requires time, and sometimes it requires sacrifice. But when you invest consistently, you're not just maintaining a relationship, you're cultivating it, nurturing it, helping it to grow beyond what you imagine. So don't wait for the perfect moment or perfect conditions. Start investing today. Choose to be faithful in the small things. Show up again and again. Because consistent investment is the secret weapon for stronger, deeper, and more resilient relationships. Shared vision and purpose. Stronger relationships align around a shared dream or higher purpose that fuels connection. Listen to me. There's a power in shared vision and purpose that can't be overstated when it comes to building stronger relationships. It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day, the small details, the differences that separate us. But when you find a bigger why, a mission, a dream, a purpose that you both believe in, something miraculous happens. Suddenly, your relationship is no longer just about you or them. It's about something greater than both of you. That shared vision becomes the glue that binds you, even when challenges arise. When you and another person are connected by a common purpose, it gives you a reason to push through the hard times, to forgive faster, to work harder on the relationship because you know you're both moving toward the same goal. It creates a sense of we, a sense of unity and partnership that can withstand disagreements and setbacks. This is not just about romantic relationships. This applies to friendships, families, teams, and communities. When there's a shared mission, it's easier to put differences aside and focus on what truly matters. Now I want you to think about what your shared vision is. What dream or purpose brings you together? Is it raising a family with strong values? Is it building a community of support? Is it working toward a shared dream that challenges and inspires you both? When you identify that vision, it becomes a compass guiding your decisions, your conversations, your commitments. It keeps you aligned when distractions come, when frustrations rise, when life feels complicated. And here's the secret. Shared purpose fuels passion. It's what wakes you up early and keeps you going late. It turns ordinary moments into meaningful ones. It transforms a casual connection into a covenant. When you're united by purpose, your relationship moves from being reactive, just responding to whatever happens, to being proactive, intentional, and driven. So, don't settle for drifting apart or living disconnected lives. Invest time in discovering your shared vision. Talk about your hopes, your dreams, and your values. Dream together, plan together, build something bigger than yourselves. Because when you do, you don't just have a relationship, you have a movement, and that movement is unstoppable.